What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. But this video is entitled How Hard Are You Willing to Work? Technological age, information age, you can do a lot with a computer, with a smartphone, more so than you could back in the past. But at the same time, manual labor. You can even, do some things in manual labor that you could do faster than you could back in the day. So because, there is some type of mechanism or machine to help you speed up all types of work in your life, how hard are you willing to work now? And the reason this is a question is because before I got off from work today, I was clowning about one of the old school cats who he'd rather lie about doing work than actually doing work. And that's the problem. You can tell everybody how hard you're working, but it doesn't add up. You know what I'm saying? It just don't add up. And then you mess around and you say, you willing to do this, you willing to do that, but when it's time to do it, you ghost. Don't nobody know you. Don't nobody see you. And when I was younger, we used to have it. My old football coach used to say, everybody gonna pay the piper. You either gonna pay it when you're young or you gonna pay it when you're old, but everybody gonna pay, which meaning you might as well put in all the hard work that you can while you're young so you could live off the fruits of that labor when you're old, than BS when you're young and have to work to survive when you're old and breaking down. And work ethic has more to do with will and discipline and structure than anything. You got to be willing to do it when you don't feel like doing it. And that's part of, how hard are you willing to work? Because how hard are you willing to work when you really don't feel like working? Sometimes you have to make something a routine because you don't really feel like doing it. You have to, if you do something for 21 days, it makes it a habit and a routine. So sometimes you have to do things for 21 days to create the habit, to create the routine, to save you from yourself being lazy. And the question is the willingness to do that. Because if you got to get up earlier, you might not want to do that. If you got to go to sleep later, you might not want to do that. If you need to get things done on a daily basis and you just don't feel like doing it on a daily basis, you're going to check out because you don't want to do that. And, clowning about life, just life in general. People look at things that are expensive as this person has money to a degree where they can afford the finer things in life. But some people look at it as, that person worked for something and bought something extravagant because they know how to take care of things. That old statement, God can't trust you with the big things if you don't take care of the little things. And partially is due to the fact that how hard are you willing to work? Are you willing to take care of the thing that you think is insignificant? Are you willing to build on something small? Because everybody wants to, the big thing. But you've been around a lot of people in life who tell you, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. Or how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You can't just jump into the mountaintop. It doesn't work that way. So, but you have to be willing to assess where you're starting and where you're trying to go and understand You know, you have to be willing to continue on this journey when you don't want to. Remember being a kid in Chicago. I wanted to get out of my neighborhood. So I thought sports was the way out. So let me tell you, wintertime, it was freezing outside. I was training. You know, negative. I was out there jogging. You know, not 3, because I stopped doing that. It's about 4 in the morning. We would have like certain meets. I remember when I used to wrestle, we have the meets. I couldn't get a ride to school, so I get up at 4 in the morning, get dressed, walk to the school, you know, and wrestle in the meets when it starts like 6, 7 o'clock, you know, and then wrestle, do all the matches, and walk back home. You know, and it wasn't about. It was about taking pride in knowing that I would do whatever it took to try to attempt to do better. And I learned along the way, sometimes getting accustomed to working hard, and that went for studying too. Don't get it twisted. Like, you know, there was years I didn't eat properly. I had like walking pneumonia, but I would study. You know, I wouldn't be very functional, you know, but because I was sick. And the same thing when I went to college. There was a point when I was homeless and I couldn't afford books, and I was working a night job and an afternoon job and going to school in the morning. And, you know, and it was because I was willing to work as hard as I could to finish. And I had to do what I had to do. Like, you know, one semester 18 hours near the end, one semester 21. I did pretty good under the circumstances, but it was because I was willing to work. You know, I used to work 6 days a week for years, every holiday for years. You know, until last year, until I got in that car wreck, that's the first time I decided to slow down. I never took vacations, you know, because that's how hard you're willing to work. Now, the funny part about it is I don't feel right if I'm not busy. But I know people who are the complete opposite of me who want to relax their whole life. You know, I just want to take vacations. I just want to kick my feet up. I just want to be in this place and be in that place. And over the years, I realized because they're not willing to work, when they were able to do that, it was great. But that just wanting that life of leisure, luxury, leisure, and wasting away crippled them. Because, you know, they're not willing to work for the lifestyle they want. They want the lifestyle to be given to them. It's supposed to be like a blessing from heaven or something. And you got to ask how hard other people are willing to work. And sometimes we ask for things in life. If I just had this, if I just had that, or just had an opportunity. And that's the thing about people who maximize opportunities. They look at an opportunity, no matter how small it is, as an opportunity to do something bigger. So they work at it. Even if you don't see the value in it, they see the value in it. So when you say it's a waste of time, they don't see it as a waste of time because of how hard they're willing to work to make something out of what you see as nothing. But they don't see it as nothing. So you got to ask, how hard are you willing to work? Because, you know, that old album, Get Rich or Die Trying, that motto has a real meaning. Like, you know, if it doesn't work, are you going to quit? You know, whatever dream or aspiration or goal you have, if the going get tough, are you going to quit? Or even if you reach that goal, once you reach it, you going to quit? Like, you worked all that hard to just say, hi, I did it, and I'm never doing nothing ever again in life? You got to ask those things. Like, how hard are you willing to work? You only got one life, so You could work it through it, or you could party through it, whatever. But like, share, subscribe. We out. Y'all have a good day. I got things to do. Peace.